Hello, I'm doing another what if where it's what if Naruto had a little brother, and in this what if I'm gonna make Menma his little brother just 'cause they look alike. And okay, so I'm gonna make Minato like half Uchiha, and when Naruto's around 8, now Kushina doesn't like lose the fox when Naruto's born, so Naruto's around 8, and he knows his parents and stuff like that. And then and then Kushina gets pregnant again, and then that's when the fox like runs loose. And then Naruto was like there when it happened, so after they get stabbed, he fears for their lives, and then they right before Naruto dies, he steals half of the nine tails in Naruto and half in Menma, and then they die. But Kushina tells Menma, or tells Naruto to tell Menma something when he grows up, and Naruto nods. Now, you won't know what this is until a couple episodes later. So, then, when Naruto's around 12, and Menma's like 4, Naruto becomes a Genin easily because he was training with the 4th Hokage. And Naruto knows the Flying Rajin Jutsu just because his dad is like a master at it. And he knows how to use his Uzumaki chains. And so, and he's pretty good at every jutsu. He's even better prodigy than Minato was. So, he passes with flying colors. And he gets put on the same team. And Menma's really excited because his older brother's a Genin. And then everyone's goals are the same on the roof except for Naruto's. And he says, my goal is to become Hokage just like my father and to protect my little brother. And that's that. And then they do the bell test. And this time, Naruto throws his kunai and then teleports to it, surprising Kakashi that he knows this. And then he uses like an imperfected Rasengan. And this surprises Kakashi that he even knows about the Rasengan because he didn't think Minato would show it to him at such a young age. But he did. So Naruto uses this, which blasts Kakashi back. And then he ends up getting in a Taijutsu bout with Kakashi. And he ends up like being like way better than Kakashi expected, and could actually match Kakashi. And then he looks over at Sasuke, and they both nod. Now, Sasuke and Naruto are pretty close in this, considering that Naruto knows he's like part Uchiha. So sometimes he'll train like around the Uchihas. And so him and Sasuke are pretty good friends. So he nods, and then Sasuke nods, and then Naruto uses the Flying Rajin to get behind Kakashi. And he punches Kakashi forward, like he kicks him forward, and which sends him flying. And then Sasuke gets in front of him and then does the hand sign, says fire style, fireball jutsu. And Kakashi just barely is able to do this. And then Naruto appears right in front of him with the Flying Rajin and kicks him up in the air. And then Sasuke does Uchiha style, great fireball jutsu. And this hits Kakashi and also burns the bell's strings. And then Naruto catches the bells and tosses it to Sasuke. And now, Sakura this whole time was put under the Genjutsu and knocked out. So, when Naruto got back that day, he showed his little brother that he passed the test, and his little brother was really excited. So they go out for Ichiraku ramen. And while they were eating, Manma said, "I'm tired, so I'm gonna head back." And Naruto said, "Alright, I'll be there in a sec." So Manma walks out and starts going back home. And in this one, if I'm gonna make it so Naruto knows the body flickered when he's like really young. So Menma yells Naruto, and Naruto used the body flicker to get to Menma. And he looks around and he sees Menma getting attacked by Genin, and they all call him a monster. This makes Naruto awaken his one Tomoe Sharingan, and he runs at the Genin, or they're shooting, and they end up before Naruto can get there, which he does within seconds, but right before he got there, they end up cutting his brother like near the neck, and then Menma collapsed from the pain. But Naruto thought he died because he wasn't like moving at all. And this causes Naruto to unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan, and also the two Tomoe Sharingan. So he has two Tomoe and Mangekyo now. And then he uses Mangekyo Sharingan. And I'm going to give him a Matarasu and hold on, let me think of some abilities. Okay, so I'm gonna give him another ability, which is like a genjutsu that you can never break. I'm gonna call it the Uzumaki Genjutsu. The Uzumaki Genjutsu. And so he uses Amaterasu, and this kills one of them. And the other one tries to run away, but Naruto puts him under the Genjutsu. And this Genjutsu makes him see every worst thing that's ever happened to the guy in his life over and over. And it's unbreakable unless the user completely like stops it. But Naruto doesn't stop. So this goes on for about 10 minutes until, or probably like 20, until Naruto collapses from chakra loss. And then this is when Menma gets up and sees all the Chunin on the ground. 2 dead, because he used a Matarasu on 2 of them, and there were 3 of them, and he used a Genjutsu on the one that tried to get away. So Menma sees that there were 2 dead, and the other one was gone. So Menma carries his brother back home, and in the morning, Naruto wakes up. He's like, "Well, where am I?" And Menma is like, "Oh, you're okay." And Naruto's like, "What? I thought you were dead." He was like, "No, but it definitely did hurt." But his wounds were healed, because, you know, the 9 tails. And, so they do their D-rank missions for like 1 month, and Naruto helps Menma train, and Menma ends up unlocking the one Tomoe Sharingan. So I'm gonna say that they request for a higher ranked mission, and they get the Tazuma mission, and they escort him, and they end up like encountering everybody except the Demon Brothers. Naruto and Sasuke just took him out instantly, which kind of surprised Kakashi, and he summoned hounds to take them back to the village for questioning. And then they run into Zabuza, and all of that basically goes the same, except Naruto uses his Sharingan, and Sasuke has his like 1 Tomoe in one eye, and then 2 Tomoe in the other. And then they use the same strategy as they did in the original, and they freed Kakashi. Now, the rest happens the same, except when Haku comes, Naruto stops him and says, I sensed your chakra, and you were behind one of those trees over there. And then Haku was like, give me my master. And then jumped down and tried to grab Zabuza. But then Naruto stopped him, and then they all began to try to fight Haku. Haku, knowing that he'd probably lose, retreated and then hid for a bit. And then, while they weren't paying attention that much, he ran the fastest he could ever go and grabbed Zabuza's body and ran away. And then Kakashi collapsed over because of the overuse of the Sharingan, and the team carries him to Kazuma's house. And the rest happens basically the same up till the bridge. And they're all there this time. And then Zabuza appears. Kakashi starts fighting Zabuza, and Sakura being useless like ever. And then Sasuke and Naruto get trapped in the Demon Ice Mirror and end up and then the same thing happens, except Naruto has a Tsutomoe, but still can't really keep up. And neither can Sasuke. And Sasuke ends up unlocking the Tsutomoe in his other eye, so now he has both Tsutomoe, just like Naruto. And Naruto ends up using his Mangekyo Sharingan. He ends up using Amaterasu to burn down the mirrors, and I think Haku would just create another one, so Naruto just didn't burn it down again, and he was trying to watch the movements, which actually worked, but was still a little, like, fast. And Naruto kind of, like, got tired from using the Mangekyo, so he goes back to his Tsutomoe, and Sasuke can just barely react and jumps in the way like he did in the original. And kind of like looking like Sasuke died, Naruto unlocks the 3 Tomoe and ends up being able to see Haku. And he has the 2 Tails cloak because him and Sasuke were like a lot like very close. So he had like probably the 3 Tails cloak on, and ends up killing Haku without a second thought, because he thought like his like what he saw as a brother was dead. And after collapsing from like chakra loss, he wakes up to Sasuke shaking him awake and said he thanks him for saving him. Like, Naruto thanks Sasuke for saving him, and Sasuke explains what happened, and because Kakashi explained it to him. So apparently Kakashi killed Zabuza, and then Kakashi took care of Gatto and his men, and that happened. And then, so now, Naruto has the 3 Tomoe, and Sasuke has the 2 Tomoe, and Menma has the 1 Tomoe. So, I'm gonna say that Naruto and Menma have, like, so for their seal, like, their clan on the back, they have, like, an Uzumaki symbol. You know, like, the top part of the Uchiha clan? They have, like, the Uzumaki symbol on the top, and then at the bottom, it's, like, the bottom half of the Uchiha symbol. So it's, like, it looks like that, and then on the front, on one side, it has the Uchiha symbol, and on the other it has the Uzumaki symbol. And Menma doesn't know his heritage, but Naruto, like, does. And that's where I'll be leaving this off after the Land of Waves arc, and Kakashi tells them about the Chunin exams. And that's where I'm going to leave this off. So, subscribe and like. Goodbye.